Hello everyone. Again, this is Dare to Speak. I've always wondered ever since I found out this information. And I want to know what you people think. Give me your honest opinion. Even any questions, whatever, you know what to do. But it pretty much tells me, and for any other person who's very, very open-minded enough to believe in the possibility that will contradict what the Bible says. Not for the sake of contradiction or defiance against God or anything like that, no. But contradiction and defiance against political and social tyranny. And also something else that I think is very important to know. I just want to know what you think about this.
In fact, the question of whether life existed on other planets had become so hotly contested, it caused one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Paine, to be unofficially exiled to Europe.
Thomas Paine enters the extraterrestrial life debate in a very dramatic way. He was an Englishman, but famous American patriot. 1793, Thomas Paine publishes a book called The Age of Reason. And in The Age of Reason, he makes one of the most vigorous attacks on Christianity ever made. The bottom line on it is, he says you must believe in extraterrestrials. If you know any modern astronomy, the idea of God who made the entire universe going from planet to planet, redeeming people, is just impossible to believe. That creates a sensation. Thousands of copies of the book were sold.
In December of 1793, Thomas Paine was arrested in France as a result of supporting a political party that was no longer in power. When the American ambassador refused to speak on his behalf, Paine believed that George Washington had abandoned him because of his writings supporting the idea of extraterrestrial life and refuting traditional Christianity. In 1802, he was invited back to America by the third president, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson, an intellectual, was considered a genius by many in his time, both for his skill as a statesman and his scientific aptitude. And some believe he was also a proponent, like his contemporaries Ben Franklin and John Adams, in the concept of the plurality of worlds.
The concept of a plurality of worlds was a very widely accepted concept in the 18th century. People like John Adams and Thomas Paine didn't view extraterrestrial life as a possibility, but rather as a matter of fact that everybody knew to be true. The new rationality in science changed the way that these founding fathers talked about religion.
1825, Thomas Jefferson is hiring faculty for the University of Virginia, and John Adams writes to him and gives him advice on how to do that hiring. He says, do not hire any European professors. If you hire a European professor, they are liable to believe in Christianity, and that is a very dangerous doctrine that we should stay far away from.
Other founding fathers also agreed with this view, which included a belief in the existence of life on other planets. Benjamin Franklin wondered if there were different gods for every sun that harbored intelligent life. Many